So this is probably one of the only few cameras which I have seen which offer you both a 12-volt car charger and also provide you at the same time a hardware kit right inside the box. I'm talking about the Stellar Drive SDX4 Fusion triple channel dash cam. So I recently got my hands on this particular camera and there are certain key points about this which really impressed me a lot. Starting off with the fact that you get a 12-volt car charger and a hardware kit together in the same box. This means the power to control how you use the camera lies within your hand. Whenever you want, you can just plug in the 12-volt car charger and use it as a regular driving mode camera. But whenever you want to shift to parking mode, you can easily switch between the hardware kit and convert the dash cam into a parking monitoring solution. Secondly, this camera offers you a triple channel setup wherein the front camera shoots a 4K resolution, which is quite good looking, and the cabin camera and the rear camera shoot a full HD resolution. But that's not where the good news ends. This camera offers you multiple modes of shooting, which means you can switch between the various camera views according to your convenience, according to your needs and your requirements. You can easily convert this triple channel setup into a dual channel one. You can make the camera record from either the front or the cabin, or the front or the rear, or just the front camera. The third important aspect of this camera is that this offers you a 3.16-inch IPS screen. And for those of you who are thinking the display might create some obstruction while driving or create a diversion, this camera offers you a screensaver mode wherein it denotes the date and time and can even provide you the live speed of the car via the inbuilt GPS. This is the next fourth aspect, that this camera gets an inbuilt GPS using which you can track the movement of the car, track the speed of the car once the journey has ended and you've downloaded the relevant data. The fifth cool point being this camera gets a 5 GHz Wi-Fi network and also gets simultaneously at the same time the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network. So based on compatibility, if you have a very latest smartphone, probably it supports a 5 GHz network. So this means you can transfer videos from the camera to the smartphone wirelessly in a super fast way using the 5 GHz network. But if you do have an older smartphone which supports only 2.4 GHz, this camera offers that option too. One more unique feature of this camera is the driver fatigue alert system. So this is basically a safety system incorporated within the camera which will alert you, which will give you voice alerts after a preset or a predetermined time duration has passed. So if you're driving for a long time and if you have set the driver fatigue alert system to give you an alert maybe at a time interval of 1 hour, 2 hours or 4 hours, the dashcam will give you a voice alert to ensure that you take a break and you continue the drive later on. Additionally, this camera also supports the Stellar View app. So this app is a private and a made in India app. So there are no privacy concerns. All the customer data is stored within India, using which you can connect your smartphone to the dashcam, access settings, view the live recordings, view the album, and do so much more. Additionally, this camera also supports OTA firmware updates via this app. So whenever any update is available, some refinements are available, you can easily update the camera using this app. Lastly, moving on to the video quality. So since this is a triple channel setup, you get a near 360-degree coverage of your car. Front, rear and the cabin is pretty much covered, even to some extent the sides of the car as well. The overall video quality as you're looking right now is quite good and sufficient for day-to-day uses and sufficient for any evidence-based purposes which you might want to use the dashcam for. The cabin camera offers you a more smoother image, whereas the front and the rear cameras have a good level of sharpness and contrast within them. Even during night time, so since this camera gets some level of night vision tech, the front camera provides you a clear and a contrast-filled image, doesn't have that white haziness or blurriness which you might see some from other cameras. The rear camera on the other hand, since it's just a 1080p resolution, still manages to give out a decent quality. In terms of number plate readability, the front camera can give you a good number plate read at a close range as you're looking at the screen right now. Even in terms of the rear cameras, with a distance of about 5 to 10 feet, you will be able to make out number plates of cars that are pretty much close to your car right behind you. So in terms of coverage around the car, in terms of the overall video quality provided by this camera, also in terms of the number plate readability from both front and the rear camera during daytime, this camera does perform quite well and you can definitely consider this as your next triple channel dashcam. That being said, if you are interested in grabbing this camera, you have two options. You can either purchase it directly from their website or from Amazon, for which the links are given right down below in the description. Additionally, you can also purchase this camera by visiting your nearest Stellar Drive dealer point in your city market. So now let's move on and take a deep look into the SDX4 Fusion Dashcam. Take a look at its detailed unboxing, its on-screen settings, app setup, app interface, and even to some level the video quality and the number plate readability. Let's take a look. So here's the box pack of the Stellar Drive SDX4 Fusion 3-channel dashcam. So straight up on the box you can see that they have highlighted or they have picturized the camera. This is the main front camera unit, you have the rear camera, and the cabin camera is included right within the main body. Even on the box they have highlighted some features that this supports 5 GHz Wi-Fi network, gets support of GPS tracking, gets a 3.16-inch IPS screen, has a free app control, gets 3-channel recording, screensaver, superior night vision, and also supports OTA firmware upgrades. Additionally, they have also highlighted some features which include WDR, built-in G sensor, built-in 5 GHz Wi-Fi and a free app. And more importantly, this also gets a fatigue driving reminder. Additionally, they have also highlighted that you can shoot videos using this camera in multiple modes, either a single front mode which shoots a 4K 2160p or a dual front and inside. You also get dual front and rear, same resolution. You also get a triple front inside and rear with a 4K front, 1080p cabin and a 1080p rear. You also get a free hardware kit included worth 2000 rupees along with a Type-C car charger. So let's not waste any more of your time and jump in straight into the box. So quite a nice box pack, and this kind of shows the effort they have put in terms of bringing out a premium product. So first thing in the box is the user manual. So I would definitely recommend that you go through this camera to understand all the workings and all the aspects regarding the camera, especially if you're using a dash cam for the first time. So here's the main front camera, quite a premium looking design, has a good build quality. It's kind of a cigar shaped camera, gets the Stellar Drive branding right at front, also indicates that this supports a 4K Ultra HD, gets 5 GHz Wi-Fi and also gets GPS. On one side you get the speaker module, at the back you get the main 3.16-inch display. You get the interior of the cabin camera which is rotatable, so as you can see you can adjust the angle of the cabin camera as per your requirement. At the bottom you get some control buttons including the power button, menu, left and right, and the OK button. On top of the camera you get the rear camera AV slot, you get a USB Type-C slot for the main power, you get a memory card slot and a mic slot. So windshield mount is kind of tiltable, so you get this ball joint kind of thing. So this means you can easily tilt the camera and adjust the angle as per your requirement. Additionally, the windshield mount is detachable from the main unit body, so you can easily just remove it off. So as you can see, here are the guiding pins right inside. So this actually doubles up as your GPS receiver as well. So whenever you want, you can just plug the windshield mount back in and your camera will be back in work. On top of the windshield mount, you get a large 3M sticker. So this is a rear camera which gets a 360-degree rotatable design. You also get a Type A to Type B connector for the rear camera. At the other end you get this AV pin which plugs in into the main front camera unit. So the rear camera does get a windshield mount along with a 3M sticker pre-attached. So you get two different power cables in the box. One is your regular 12-volt car charger which is pre-connected to the power cable. At the other end you get a L-shaped Type-C connector. So if you don't want to hardwire your camera for parking monitoring, you can use this 12-volt connector. But if you're someone who prefers to do hardwiring and wants to have some level of parking monitoring from your camera, you'd get a dedicated hardware kit right inside the box at no extra cost. So at one end you get a L-shaped Type-C connector which plugs in into the main camera, and at the other end you get a fuse tab based hardware kit with a ACC, VCC and a grounding wire. You also get a control box to regulate the voltage. So this kind of first time where I'm seeing that a brand is providing both a 12-volt car charger and a fuse tab based hardware kit straight up in the box with no extra cost, completely giving you the freedom, the convenience to choose any one power supply method for your camera, and that's a good thing. You also get a wiring installation tool, you also get electrostatic stickers, and lastly you also get an alcohol prep pad or a cleaning pad. So here's the dash camera currently mounted on my windshield, and straight up you can see you get this super large display streaming the front camera view, the cabin camera view and the rear camera view in a picture-in-picture mode. So if you have to head into the settings of the camera, first we need to stop the recording. So just click on this OK button at the right. So this will stop the recording and then we can enter into the settings of the camera. So straight up you have the playback option, and within which if you can head into that, you get a front camera view, cabin and the rear camera view. If I do head into the cabin, you get the front normal video, emergency file and front photo. So if I do head into the video, so basically you can play back any recorded file straight up on the screen. So if you just want to monitor the recording which you might have done, you can do it straight away on the screen of the camera itself. Moving on, you have the resolution option, so within which you got a single recording mode, front and cabin mode. So you get a front and rear mode in case if you don't want the cabin camera to record, or you have the triple channel mode. So you have multiple options in terms of recording. So this is a super cool feature and I think one of the best features of the SDX4. So currently I've selected the triple channel mode. That being said, within which you get a 4K front, 1080p interior and 1080p rear. You also get a 2K front, 1080p interior and 1080p rear, two options within that. But if you do select the front and the rear mode, you get 4K 1080p. If you do select front and the cabin mode, you get 4K 1080p. And if you do select the single recording mode, you get a 4K resolution. Heading back, next option is the loop recording option. So you have a minimum of 1 minute, up to 3 minutes and even a maximum of 5-minute duration. Then you have the vertical flip option. So if you do head into that, you can vertically flip the video. Then you have the mirror flip option for both the cabin camera and the rear camera. Then you have the frequency, you can set it to 50 Hz or 60 Hz. Then you have the G sensor sensitivity, you can turn it off or you can set it to low, medium or high. Then you have the Wi-Fi setup, within which you get a 5 GHz Wi-Fi, you get a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, you get the Wi-Fi name and the Wi-Fi password. So you can enable either the 5 GHz or the 2.4 GHz based on your requirement. Then you have the GPS setting, you can enable or disable the GPS along with the speed units. Then you have the screensaver option, within which you can turn off the screensaver so it will always show you the recording, or you can set the screensaver to turn on after 1 minute or 3 minutes or even up to 5 minutes. Then you have the volume setting, you can set the beep sound volume, you can set the system volume, you can even set the video playback sound individually and customize it according to your needs. Then you have the sound recording, basically the mic option, you can set it to off or on. Then you have the language option, you have either the English, Italian or Spanish language present within this. Then you have the power indicator, you can set it to off or on. Then you have the headlights reminder which can turn off or on. Following that, you have the fatigue driver alert, you can set it to off or 1 hour, 2 hours or even 4 hours. Following that, you have the parking monitoring settings, you can set it to off or you can set the parking mode to low, medium or high. Then you have the time lapse recording for 1 second, 2 second or 3 second, 1 fps. Then you have the time lapse duration, 12 hours, 24 hours or 48 hours. So you have either the G sensor based recording or time lapse recording, and within which you have specific settings for to set the sensitivity of the G sensor and set the time duration for the time lapse recording. Then you have the time zone, you can set this while initial setting up the camera. Then you have the time and date option, you can set this also in the initial setup. Then you have the car plate stamp, you can set this to appear on the recorded video. Then you have the video stamp, you can turn it off or on, and you can also turn off or on individual stamps such as the date and time, the speed, the brand, the model number, the coordinates and rest of the stuff. Then you have the deleting reminder, you can set it to off or on. You have the format reminder, you can set it to 60 days, you can set it to off, 15 days or 30 days. Then you have the format SD card option if you want to format the card. Then you have the default setting or the factory setting option. You can set the camera to its original factory settings. Then you have the card information, so shows you the details of the storage capacity and all the stuff. Then lastly you have the version number for the camera. So in terms of app connectivity, you have the Stellar Woo app within the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. So let's proceed and install the particular app. And while it's installing, let's just head into the settings of the camera. Head into the Wi-Fi settings. So here you can see the Wi-Fi name and the Wi-Fi password. So basically the 5 GHz Wi-Fi network is now enabled. So once we complete downloading the app, let's just open it up. So the app is currently downloaded and installed. So let's open up the app. So this is a Stellar Woo app for connecting the dash camera. So let's just head into the Connect DVR. Let's just enable the location. Heading into the Wi-Fi network, you should be able to see the Wi-Fi network name that has been displayed here. So here it is, Stellar Wi-Fi, and the password is also displayed on the screen. It's the numerical digits 1 to 8. And finally we have a successful connection of the Stellar Dashcam into the app of my smartphone. So you can also see the GPS location, the live location of my car right now, within which you can also start recording the route. You can see the real-time traffic conditions also. Additionally, if we do head into the settings within the app, so you have a similar kind of a settings also given here. So you have the resolution option, single recording, front and cabin mode and all that, what we just saw previously on the screen as well. Along with that, you have the recorder settings such as parking monitoring, fatigue reminder, headlight reminder and G sensor. You have the Wi-Fi setting, and then you have the recorder settings including firmware upgrade, wherein any OT updates if available will be shown up here. So the general settings are exactly the same what we saw on the display of that camera, so I'm not going to dive into the detail of that, but you do have an option to access those settings and alter those settings within the Stellar View app as well. So I can switch between the different cameras using the switch camera button given straight up in the middle of the screen. So this is the interior view, and if I do click on it back again, you have the rear camera view, and flipping it back again, you have the front camera view. So you have a snapshot button wherein it's going to take a snapshot. You have the album section, and in between you have the emergency record button. So quite an easy and straightforward way to connect into the Stellar View app, and should be an easy affair for anybody looking to connect the app to the particular dash camera. Taking a look at the overall video quality, the front camera shoots a 2160p 4K resolution at 30 fps with about 30,000 kbps of bitrate and close to 200 MB per minute of file size. The cabin camera and the rear camera shoot about 60 MB per minute of file sizes with a similar bitrate of about 8,000 kbps. Straight up, you can notice that both the front and the rear cameras offer you a good contrasty looking video. There is a very little blurriness, or should I say very nil blurriness, and the kind of highlights and shadows produced by these videos are looking quite natural and pretty much good. The cabin camera on the other hand gives you a good view of the cabin of the car to very small extent, even up to the driver side and the passenger side window as well. So overall, the three cameras work together to bring out a 360-degree view, near 360-degree view, and should be good enough to give you a total coverage surrounding the car and provide you one of the best possible video qualities during daytime. Moving on to take a look during the night time. So again, as highlighted previously, the front camera has a good contrasty look. There is no haziness, and the kind of effect which you're seeing right now is similar to what we generally see in high-end cameras. The brightness produced by those signboards and LED lights is not very drastic. It's very minimal. Even the headlights coming in from the opposite direction are looking quite good. The rear camera is optimized quite well and is performing as expected. The cabin camera on the other hand produces a grayscale footage good enough to cover the cabin of the car and any activities going on inside. So even during night time, the front camera, the rear camera and the cabin camera are working well and are kind of optimized well to produce a very decent looking footage, a very usable footage, and should be good enough for any day-to-day usages and any particularly nighttime usages from the dash camera. Taking a look at the number plate readability, at a close range at a distance of about 5 to 10 feet, you get a neat and a decent looking plate read. All letters and numbers are clearly visible. Even with the rear camera at a distance of similarly 10 to 15 feet away, you will be able to get a good read of the number plates during daytime. So after looking at all of these particular aspects about this camera, I definitely consider the SDX4 Fusion to be one good camera within its price range, offering you a good level of coverage, offering you an optimized video quality and number plate readability. Additionally, with all those convenient features which I just mentioned at the start of the video, including the fact that you get a free hardware kit right inside the box along with a 12-volt power cable. And as mentioned previously, if you are interested in purchasing this dash cam, you have two options. You can either purchase it from their website directly or even from Amazon, for which the links are given right down below in the description. Additionally, you can also purchase this by visiting the nearest Stellar Drive dealer point within your city market. Additionally, if you do have any doubts or queries regarding this cam, just write that down in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And if this video has helped you out in one or the other way, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and share this video with all your friends who are looking for a super cool 3-channel dash cam. See you in the next one.